What's up, people? Welcome to another episode of Sports Talk with Caleb and Jay. I'm one of your hosts, Caleb.
And I'm Jay.
All right, so we got some good stuff to talk about this episode. So we finna dive into it. First topic is I seen a clip of Skip Bayless talking about LeBron James. Of course, we know he don't like LeBron James, and he says LeBron James was not born with a clutch gene. How do you feel about that?
My thoughts on that is Skip, you out your rabbit ass mind, dude. You gotta be. I can understand that LeBron dislike, but to say he don't have a clutch gene, man, I just think you just over speaking.
Exactly.
And to be honest with you, I didn't get the clarity on what reason he said that.
Mhm.
But just thinking about just me doing my own research and just thinking about what I mean, LeBron and his ability to close out games, like
Mhm.
that was a problem for him early on in his career.
Right.
But at this point in his stage, I think he's one of the he's a closer. I'm not
Right.
gonna say he's the best closer in the game because everybody know he's not.
Right.
But I won't say that he's not a closer.
And so just to give you a little bit of context of what this is, all right. Skip Bayless does this thing to where he sits in a middle of the room and it's people sitting around him and he bring up a topic, which is that topic I just said. LeBron was born out of Coach Gene, and whoever it's people sitting around him. And these are all LeBron fans that's
Hmm.
sitting around him. He's the only one that's not a LeBron fan. So as he says the topic, whoever runs up to the chair first gets to debate him on that topic.
Got it.
So that's where this is coming from. And he also was saying that he think of clutch as last second shot, 1 minute on the clock, and you hit a clutch shot to win the game. I personally believe that clutch does not start at the end of the game with 1 second left. Clutch is being down 3-1 and you bring your team back from a 3-1 deficit to win the championship. Clutch is knowing, like, clutch is the chase down block on Iguodala. If he hadn't blocked that shot, the Warriors win the game. And I get Kyrie made them game winning shot, which that was also clutch. But if it had not been for that chase down block,
So you
they so I just don't believe, like, he was saying like LeBron James doesn't have a clutch that means anything, like, but clutch doesn't start like 1 second left, you hit a game winning shot, that's clutch. I understand that's clutch, but clutch doesn't start at that moment. Clutch is like taking over the game when you need to.
when you need to.
Right.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I definitely can agree with that. Uh, LeBron has been in several. It has been several instances where LeBron has had the ball in his hand with the last fucking take the last shot and brick city.
You're right.
Now he has done that a lot of times in his career. Don't get me wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but I still look at him as if I had to name 10 clutch players in the league right now, LeBron would be one of those 10.
Exactly.
So
Like, I mean, but he's not the best clutch player,
no,
which is
definitely
true.
not.
Which is
That's
true.
the
But
truth. Yeah,
but to say he's not born with a clutch gene at all is crazy.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, Skip. Yeah,
Yeah. So the second topic is also from Skip. Um, LeBron's achievements are only because of longevity. How you feel about that?
I kind of agree somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Only because like a lot of his accomplishments, you won't be able to achieve them unless you were in the league that long. Now, it just I mean, you look at the scoring, the scoring title. Like
Mm-hmm.
I think he achieved that because of his longevity. I know he achieved that because of his longevity, right?
Right.
Um, who did he pass to become the? Was it Wilt Chamberlain or was it Ray
Uh,
Allen? Who
uh,
did he pass?
he passed. It's Kareem, right?
Maybe Kareem.
Yeah.
Okay. How long
Yeah.
did Kareem play?
That's a good question. Let's see. Let's see right now.
because if Kareem has some longevity, that explains why he had it. You know what I mean? But I would think Bill Russell probably would be the guy that
He
had the
played
most.
20
Oh,
seasons.
okay. He played 20 seasons. LeBron had played 25 seasons, 30 seasons, something like that. Nah, I think he played 22.
22 seasons.
Okay,
So
okay.
2 more seasons than Kareem, 2 more seasons than Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Shaq played 19. But see, me, I do think longevity is a small part of it. I think dominance in the game is the biggest part of it because, like, even like I said, I mentioned Kobe. Kobe is a better scorer than LeBron, and still didn't come close to 20 seasons. I mean, still didn't come close
He's
to.
definitely a better
Yeah,
closer, better shooter,
yeah,
better. To me, I think is Michael Jordan then damn Kobe, hands down.
yeah.
But he's
As far as
definitely
what, as far as
GOAT,
a better score,
GOAT, the GOAT,
no,
the
no,
GOAT
no, no,
talk.
no,
You
no,
know what I
no,
mean?
no,
But
no.
that's my top two. And like
Mm,
LeBron would be top three, maybe
mm.
if we was excluding people like Bill Russell and Magic Johnson. Because if I include them, LeBron go on down the list.
See now, if I had to include them, Bill Russell would be number one goat.
I agree with that. I
Yeah,
definitely agree with that. He got the
yeah,
hardware to prove that he was
yeah,
number one, though. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But he just ain't do it as flashy and as exciting as Michael Jordan did it. You know what I mean?
See,
Nobody has brought that level of excitement to the game since Mike.
so I mean, people was on LeBron. I mean, since high school.
Correct.
So, but
Same with Jordan. People was on Jordan when he was in North Carolina as a freshman in North
when
Carolina.
he got cut,
He got cut.
he didn't
He
get cut
got
from
cut
the
for
team.
what?
He didn't get cut from the basketball team.
Not North Carolina.
He's not North Carolina, but he got cut because he wasn't good. He had to
What?
get good.
Oh man, you saying the greatest of the greatest to ever play the game
Yep.
got cut because he wasn't good.
Because he wasn't good.
So I
Was
guess they thought. I
was
guess they
told he
thought.
was told he wasn't good and he had to go work on himself.
So
LeBron,
that what brought that dog out of Mike. You know what I mean? That's what brought that dog out because you said that he wasn't good enough. So Mike said, "I'm gonna come out here and show y'all I'm the best to ever touch this rock." You know what I mean?
once he worked on it, he got it now. But see,
He got it.
the difference is LeBron was born with it.
He was born with size. I give you that.
LeBron was touched by God.
He was born with size. He had a lot of size, and people don't want to get in front of a Mack truck moving
Right.
full speed. You know what I mean?
So when it comes to back once again on the GOAT talk, when it comes to Mike and LeBron, right? Hands down, Mike was the better scorer, right?
What's the better overall player?
And not better overall. Now, I can't give it to him overall. I mean, you got this guy that's the size of a center who's probably as fast, just about as fast as Jordan. Now he got some speed to him,
I agree.
and can do everything on the court.
I don't think he was as much as a finesse as Jordan was though. LeBron go in that bitch like he a goddamn a bullet just run to the you get in his way he gonna run your ass over type
I,
shit.
and,
Might score with more finesse.
and I can give you that. I can give you that. Mike had a he had some finesse to him when it comes to
Yeah,
scoring. Like,
yeah. He go in
LeBron,
that bitch and bam it, lay it
yeah,
up. You know
yeah,
what I mean? 360, a layup. I ain't
yeah.
never seen LeBron do that one, but you know
LeBron
Mike
ain't
go.
LeBron ain't that. And
He's not that.
your
Yeah,
your
he's
proof
not that
is
agile.
your proof is never did the dunk contest, nothing like that, because he's not he ain't that
Yeah,
flashy
he ain't no
guy that
flashy guy. Yeah,
come up. Yeah, so
yeah.
I can agree with that. But to me, all around the court, when you look at LeBron, you look at Mike. I think LeBron, that's what he best Kobe. I
Who
mean,
did
I'm
Mike?
sorry, Michael Jordan.
Who did LeBron grow up want to be like? I want to be like Mike.
That's true. That's true. But
Same
you
person Kobe grew up want to be like.
that's true. But
Now, who was closer? Who was closer to Mike, Kobe, or LeBron?
LeBron.
You crazy as hell. I don't
If
know
he
what you've been. You've been
if
smoking some good shit tonight, bro. You need to let me get some of that.
if you talk about now Kobe um was if you were talking about scoring wise, Kobe was next.
I'm talking about scoring wise. I'm talking about defensive wise. I'm talking about, bro, LeBron ain't never won a defensive MVP since he been in the league.
He won.
Never.
He won one. He won. He ain't won a lot. But
I
see,
don't think he got one. I
but,
think we just Googled that today, and he don't have one.
no, he got one, I
You
believe.
better go. You better
He
Google it
got.
real
Let me
quick.
see.
He got
I
none.
believe he got one.
None. None.
He got.
Mm. We just Googled it this morning. He has none. So
Let's see. Uh, yeah. Okay. The only
in
thing I
order to be like Mike, you gotta have some like Mike. You know
the,
what I mean? Kobe had everything like Mike.
the only thing that I can say to that is that's all voter based.
Oh, here we go.
That's
Yep.
all voter based.
It was all voter based when Mike won it.
But but I I could give you Mike is more popular.
It ain't about popular. It's about he was a better all around player because he'll lock you up on defense. He'll take you to the hole on the offense, or he'll step back and hit the mid range of the three. He had a better all around game than LeBron. Point blank. Period.
No, I don't
He got an
believe I
offensive
don't believe
bag
Mike.
he got
I
an
don't
offensive bag that LeBron don't have.
I don't believe Mike was a better defensive player than LeBron.
What?
I do not. LeBron is you ain't see LeBron slapping people balls off the.
Man,
You
Mike,
you go
Mike did
you
Mike
go
did that before LeBron did it.
you go up there and type of layer LeBron slapping it out the arena.
Mike was doing the same thing.
Mike wasn't doing that.
Because
LeBron
Mike will run you down court. I can
LeBron
show you a highlight of Mike chasing the dude down from the up under his basket towards to going towards the opponent's basket, right? And
uh,
pinning this nigga ball on the damn backboard. Took it out the air. You know what I mean? Against the backboard. Mike was doing it before
Now,
LeBron.
I ain't saying that. I ain't saying that he can't do it. But what I'm saying is LeBron averaged more blocks. I can tell you that.
I can give you that. Yeah, I definitely can give you that.
I
But
can
as
tell
far
you
as
that.
but as far as a lockdown defender,
Who
it
LeBron?
wasn't no.
Who LeBron ain't locking down?
He ain't no lockdown defender like Mike and Kobe was. That's gonna give it to you every. You said who he ain't gonna lock down?
Who LeBron ain't locked down?
Man, I done seen a couple people get LeBron that shit, bro. To
I, I
get
know.
LeBron the
I
business.
know a couple people. Jordan ain't locked down. Larry Bird.
Man, couldn't nobody lock down Larry.
Yeah, Jordan was one of them.
LeBron can't lock down Larry Bird, bro. I ain't gonna give a damn. Couldn't nobody lock down that motherfucker. Shit.
That's
Larry
one
had an
one
offensive
thing.
bag too now. But yeah, ain't nobody locking down Larry, bro.
Oh
No.
no, best believe LeBron got the man on lock.
Oh
Best
man, come on
believe.
now. I remember Ian. I remember a nobody named Ian Shumpert locked LeBron up when he played with New York. J.R. Smith.
Listen. Go watch Ian Sherper talk about guarding LeBron.
I'm just saying. I've seen Ian Shumpert lock them down a couple times.
Ian Sherper said himself ain't no locking that man down.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Go watch it.
You
Go
may be
watch the
right.
interview.
You may be right, and I don't even know if it was Shumpert that locked him down. I want to say it was either Shumpert or J.R. Smith. I'm talking about J.R. had him locked so goddamn bad one in the playoffs.
And listen, if you want to lock LeBron down, you better lock him down now. He's 40.
Oh shit.
You ain't locking LeBron down. I can tell you that.
LeBron still. Nah, you may not lock him down, but you gonna slow him down. You
What's
put a
that
good
Jonas
defender
Brothers
on
can
him.
do? What's that? Yeah, he too big.
You put a good defender put a good defender on him. Like KD. KD, you'll lock him down. And I done seen it happen. And he ain't even no good defender, but I done seen him lock LeBron down.
You got to show me that. I ain't never seen KD lock LeBron down.
I tell you what, let me pull up these highlights right now for you. Let me pull up some highlights
You got to show
of
me that.
KD locking down
I
LeBron.
ain't never seen KD lock LeBron down.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you exactly which game it was. It was. I can tell you right now, it was a playoff game. Let's see which one.
Yeah, that's something that I need to see with my own eye. I don't remember that.
I'm finna show it to you. Kevin Durant takes slight edge over LeBron James in rare note. Final storyline for Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
KD physical defense shuts down LeBron James.
that might be clickbait.
Durant's physical defense shuts down LeBron.
The
Kevin
whole
Durant
game.
and the Warriors got it. This is when he was with the Warriors. Christmas Day win over LeBron
Mm-hmm.
and the Cavaliers, thanks in large part to KD's physicality and covering James. Hold on. Damn, I'm putting to play the clip. Let me see if I can put it over here.
You gonna have to, what? How many points LeBron scored?
I don't know, but we finna. Can you see my clip yet? I don't know. I'm probably got to
No,
share my screen some kind of way. Hold on. It may not even share my screen on
yeah,
this
I'm
one,
not
but
sure.
I
But
know
you
I got to be
just
on.
send it to me. I'll watch it. Just send it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, if I see if I see this man lock this man down, I take it back. But
Yeah, you
I
going
ain't,
you finna take it back. Go ahead and get ready to put your foot in your mouth. Get ready. Get ready. Hold on. Hold on, sir. Let's see if I can share this.
yeah, I don't remember KD locking nobody down. You see where KD at now, don't you? Where he at?
Hmm?
Who? You see where KD at? Now KD can't lock nobody down. Where he at? Where he at? At the house.
Hold on, hold on. That's a different story. Cause KD needs some damn help now. Come on now,
Okay,
bro.
you right. You right. You right. Let me back off, man. My bad.
I need KD to come to Miami. That's what I needed.
He'll be good at Miami. I mean, KD will be good anywhere he go. He do need some help though.
Hold on, here we go. Hold on, email.
Yeah, yeah, man. But in all honesty, man, like one
What's your
thing
email again, Caleb?
is the first name dot last name at yahoo.com. But like I said before, man, like I said, we done talked about this debate. It's gonna go on forever.
It will.
And like I said, like honestly, if
You say
LeBron is not
Gmail or Yahoo?
Yahoo, if LeBron is not your GOAT, right? That's understandable. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I don't like is how everything that LeBron does is discredited by something. I can say something that LeBron has achieved. Like say for instance, if I say, um, LeBron the only player that went to the finals 8 times back to back. Now, what's most likely for somebody else to rebuttal that?
He the only one that lost fucking more than the
Exactly.
win.
See what I'm
More
saying?
than the one.
So even so that's so even when Skip was saying like his achievements are only because he's been in the league 22 years, that's just like a way to discredit. Because like I said, had Kobe that have been in the league 20 years, and still didn't come close to being that all-time scoring record. And he was a better shooter. Like I said, I just think that even if LeBron is not your GOAT, that's understandable. Just stop hating on his greatness. Like the man is great. You get what I'm saying? Regardless if you feel like he's the GOAT, the second best, third best,
He's definitely a Hall of Famer.
yeah.
I think we're using that word "great" a little too loose with him. Nah, I'm just bullshit. Nah, he's gonna be one of the greatest to play
Yeah.
the game when he
Yeah.
finally say he's done with
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
I personally he'll never be my goat just because how many times you win versus how many times you lost versus my goat that went 6 times and won 6 times. And then if you put Bill Russell up there, then nobody's the goat over Bill
And
Russell.
nobody's to go to. But that's another thing that people don't like to talk about Jordan failures.
Right.
That's another thing that
But
I
what
don't like.
failures did he have? The only failures he had was going to the goddamn Washington Wizards and the Charlotte Bobcats. That's the
Well,
only that's the only failures he had.
Jordan was swept, right?
His first time going to the playoffs.
He got swept.
Yep, first
The
time going to the playoffs.
okay.
Yes, but it never happened again. That's how you know greatness.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. See, he got swept. LeBron was swept a couple times, right? We know that.
Yeah, for sure.
But a sweep is a sweep. He got
True,
swept.
true.
And we like to say, everybody like to pinpoint how LeBron needed other people. Wade, what I heard, Wade saved his career. Ray Allen saved
Facts.
his career. Who
Well, I
saved
ain't gonna
that?
say saved his career. I say that they added on to his legacy that he's gonna leave. His LeBron was already an established name when he came to
Right,
Miami.
right.
Only thing he was missing was that championship, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't think he was on his way out of the league. So I won't say saved his career because he still was gonna have a career whether he signed with Miami or went somewhere
Hmm.
else. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, by all means, Wade got him another got LeBron his first ship by all means.
No, that's the other way around.
No, 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 no,
That's
no,
the
no,
other way
no, no,
around.
no.
Yeah, that's the
Wade and Bosh and Wade and Bosh got him the first
mhm.
ship, and then Ray Allen came in and got him the next one.
That's the other way around. You
So,
know,
so you mean to tell me Brian got Ray Allen the ship?
in that moment, yes,
Hell no,
yes,
hell no. Ray
yes.
Allen
In
is
that
the
moment.
one that came up clutch for us, not Brian.
Okay, so if that's that same logic, are you gonna credit Kyrie for winning LeBron a championship?
Kyrie helped win that ship. It went all LeBron.
Huh?
That wasn't all LeBron ship. Kyrie, without Kyrie, they don't win the ship.
No, no, no. I ain't saying that. I ain't saying without Kyrie you gonna win it. But is Kyrie responsible for, or is LeBron James responsible for winning?
Well, my logical answer to that is the point guard is the brain of your offense. So I'm gonna tell you, Kyrie is responsible for
And
winning
in that moment,
that
who
championship.
in that moment they won that championship and they was down 3-1.
Correct. And LeBron know about being down 3-1 all too many times. Too many damn
He was
times.
down 3-1 now. And in that moment that led up to that shot from Kyrie, who was the point guard?
Brian, he played point, yeah,
Hey, there
but I
you go.
mean,
There you.
but at the same time, without Kyrie, without Kyrie contributions,
I
he
know,
still don't win the show.
and hey, I don't want to take nothing from Kyrie. He, did- I'm when I LeBron needs help. Jordan needed help.
Jordan ain't need no help. Jordan was the help. But I'm gonna tell you, Pippen, without Pippen, Jordan wouldn't have won. He would
And
not have
okay,
won one
so
championship.
Jordan, that's my point. Jordan
But,
needed the help.
but we didn't see it as the help. Pippen knew he was the help for Jordan. You know what I mean? He knew
You
his
don't
role,
think that? Because I
huh?
don't think he believed that.
Well, Pippen know that. Pippen knew that. He
You
knew
don't,
he was the
you
help to
don't
Jordan.
believe
Yeah,
it.
we people was coming to pay. They was paying to see both, but on a mass scale, they was paying to see Jordan, not Pippen.
Right? Because Jordan, yeah, I mean that's understandable.
So
Yeah.
so Pippen needed Jordan and not the other way around. Well, I
Okay.
don't know about that either. I
Yeah.
think Jordan needed a little bit of Pippen and
Yeah.
Luke Longley and you know
Yeah.
what I mean, all
Yeah.
them boys, B.J.
Yeah.
Armstrong, Steve Kerr. You know he
Yeah,
needed all the
exactly.
boys.
So my point is keep that same energy when we talk about stuff that LeBron has gone through and what he needed to do. The only thing I can say about Mike was that he didn't switch teams.
Correct. He did it loyal.
Yeah, he stayed with the Bulls. With like I said, we talked about it before. A lot of
And
us
how many
heard
teams
that
LeBron done played for? Five, four,
mm,
four. No, he played for the Cavs
three.
twice. He played for the Heat
The
and then the
Lakers.
Lakers. Okay, so 14.
Well, I mean three. He just went back. I mean, unless you count them
Yeah,
separate.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So three teams, yeah,
Yeah.
but one team twice.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this:
It was
do you think LeBron, without going to Miami, winning them ships in Miami, do you think LeBron would have got Cleveland to the championship they got?
if he hadn't
If
went
he
to
would have never left Cleveland and went to Miami,
if
they
he would
joined,
never I believe so. He did it with less. He did it with less when he was at Cleveland the first time.
but he didn't win it.
No, he didn't. He didn't win it. He didn't win it.
So my question is, if he wouldn't have went to Miami and learned how to win a ring,
Mhm.
do you think he still would have won a ring with Cleveland as early as he did? Are you thinking it would have been before
If he hadn't went to Cleveland, and I don't believe he winning a ring at Cleveland.
if he hadn't go to Miami, right? If he didn't go
Um,
to Miami, you don't think he would have won a ring at Cleveland at all?
no, not, I'm talking about. I believe he would have won one, just not. So if
As quick as he did.
right, right.
Okay. You think it would have took him some years to build
Yeah,
up the team to
to
get
build up
what
the team. Now,
to
if
get
he
the
would have
team
got
he needed.
if he would have got Kyrie,
So in those 4 years that it was in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that fifth year, if he would have never left Cleveland the first time, right? Just take the 4 years that he was in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
And in those 4 years he was in Miami, he won what, 2 rings and went 3 times or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because because
Yeah.
Dallas beat him once,
Yeah.
and then they beat Dallas again, and then they won. Who else did they win?
They they
They
beat
lost against
they
Dallas.
beat the Thunder.
The Thunder. Okay, yep,
Yeah.
yep, 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 yep. So, okay, now those 4 years he was in Miami, 3
Mm-hmm.
of them that he had finals that he made it to the finals in, right? You take those 3 years, put him back in Cleveland with the same team he had in Cleveland. Um, I give you one even better. He can upgrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you still think he win the championship in less than 4 years or 4 years, less than 4 or at 4?
I don't think so. And the reason why I say that is because, like I said, when he was
But this
with,
your goat now. You don't think he could have won the championship?
well, it has to come with experience. LeBron is a great player, but I think that the reason, like even when he went the first time, I just think that experience,
Is what got him there.
no, I just think experience is what caused them, that team, not to win. You going up against the Spurs, who them are the championships under their belt, and I just think that when you got a young player against veterans, it's hard to beat that.
Yeah.
It's hard to
Oh, you
beat that.
speaking? Oh, that's who it was. You talking about speaking of somebody that? Speaking of, I'm glad you just talked about that
Mm-hmm.
team because that was who locked that nigga ass down. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi fucking Leonard locked him up. I'm talking about locked
Well,
him up like he was in the chain game, ball man.
listen, I don't think Kawhi locked him up. Now,
What?
I don't think I don't think Kawhi locked them up individually. I just think that the team was just not good at the time.
The Miami team wasn't good. That's what you said wasn't good. Miami wasn't good at the time when they played San Antonio in the finals. When Kawhi was that Kawhi what, second year, first year in the league or something? When he locked
Was
LeBron
he
ass up.
was he playing?
Kawhi?
Yeah,
Was he playing? He locked LeBron ass down.
I don't
LeBron
remember that.
can man, LeBron couldn't pull up that nigga can wiggle, man. Hold on, I'm gonna try to pull up them highlights. Hold up, I tell you.
Who won? Who won?
That's when San Antonio won.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that man, they
Yeah,
can
I don't.
stop him.
You're right,
Le,
but
Le,
I just don't think the team, like Miami, was clicking then.
they were clicking. I mean, they went to the finals against this man. You know what I mean? They were clicking,
Mhm.
but they couldn't beat him. I mean, Kawhi locked his ass up. He can't do nothing with it. Once he got locked up, it was over.
And I ain't seen a person lock LeBron up yet.
Oh man, I'm finna show you
I ain't
right
seen a
now.
person lock LeBron up yet.
I'm finna send you the clip.
Yeah, send it to me.
Hmm.
But I just like, the whole and I know we talk about, like I said, we're gonna talk about them a lot, but and LeBron is still in the league. Of course, he's still the face of the league right now, so he always get talked about. But I just think if he's not your goal, like Jordan is not my goal, but I will never discredit Jordan. I will never take away his greatness.
Oh, and I'm
And
not discrediting LeBron either, but it's just that I know Kawhi locked his ass down for one.
and
But
I know,
but
and I'm not saying you. I'm just saying what I see. Like I see stuff all over, and it's always something like you can name accomplishment that LeBron has done, and it's always diminished by something because people just won't let him have that moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen something about
he,
his
he,
points. Right, he was averaging 25 points. He dropped a point, and people talk about that. He went from
yeah,
24 to 25, and people talk
yeah,
about that.
you can, yeah, they gonna fight. Like I told you last podcast, I think they gonna always find something to try to discredit him with. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But you know what
yeah,
I mean. You gonna always find a flaw on him.
oh
But
yeah.
going back to that Kawhi,
Mm.
I found a video where it says Kawhi Leonard locks LeBron down. LeBron had 8 points 7 turnovers in the last 3 quarters. This was on May 5th, 2015. 8 points and 7 turnovers.
They probably was double teaming. Kawhi ain't doing that by himself. He was probably getting double teamed by him.
Oh man,
Kawhi
no,
he too small to knock
no,
that man
no.
down. That man, they was double teaming that man. He
Man,
had no
get out
choice.
of here, man. Get out of here. Oh man, hold on.
They
I'm
was
gonna see
double
you.
teaming that man.
Man, I'm telling you now.
Yeah, and to go back to your question, yeah, I don't think, and I think that if LeBron needed that experience. LeBron needed that needed Miami to learn how to win, to go to other places to learn how to take them, and win with them. But that's why I say that if he would have never went to Miami, he don't win a ring.
I agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree with that too, though. I don't think if without the Miami experience, the
yeah,
championship,
yeah.
I don't think he win a ring as quick as he do it if he
No,
had stayed in
yeah,
Cleveland.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I definitely agree with that. All right,
So why you send that to me?
you should have it now. Shit.
Okay, yeah. So let's talk about these playoffs, man.
Do
Um,
it.
of course your team is the Heat. Of
Yes,
course,
sir.
um, I ain't gonna even say team. I'm gonna say LeBron. Um, you know, I follow LeBron, so right now I'm a Laker. You know, so
Hey, go ahead.
okay, so play-in tournament, Heat versus Bulls.
Hmm.
Heat versus Bulls, man. The to Tyler Hero, 38 points. 38 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. You got Andrew Wiggins, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists. Adebayo, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 3 assists. And Mitchell, 15 points, 2 rebounds, and 9 assists. And from paper, they look great. But watching it, man, I thought they weren't gonna make it.
You thought Miami wasn't gonna make
I
it?
thought they weren't gonna make
Hey, let's go Heat, man. Let's go
it.
Heat.
I
Yeah,
thought they
yeah.
weren't gonna
They
make
they
it.
they made it. They made it far enough to get swept against against Cleveland because Cleveland gonna pull the broom out on that ass.
Cleveland. Let's talk about Cleveland. Let's talk about Miami and Cleveland.
Yeah,
Man, they didn't. I mean, like I said, if you look at numbers wise, you got Adebayo 24 points, Andrew Wiggins 14, Tyler Hero 21, Davion Mitchell 18. I mean, that's not bad.
that's not.
That's
But
not bad.
can they give you that every night in a 7 game series? Can we get that from these guys every night?
No, no, and looking at the Cavaliers side, Allen 12 points, Mitchell 30, Garland 27, Jerome 28. I mean, from the looks of it, that sounds like a close game. But watching it, man, the Cavaliers put it to them. Cavaliers put it to them. Yeah, I don't see Miami winning the game.
No, no,
Yeah, I
no.
don't see Miami winning the game.
I don't either. I don't
Mhm.
either. Just like man, I'm gonna tell you, I may need to switch up my pick for who's gonna win the NBA championship, man. And as bad as don't want it, I
Lakers
want it. Listen, coming out the West, I'm gonna tell you who I'm picking right now out the
go
West.
ahead.
OKC.
Okay,
Maybe
see,
unpopular believe. OKC, them boys coming out the West. Them boys coming
you think?
now,
Okay.
and not and not the East Coast. It's gonna be a toss up between Boston and Cleveland.
Yeah.
That's my two
So
picks, I'm really going to go with and I'm only going to go with Boston because they've been there. They know
mhm,
how they know what it takes to get there. You
mhm.
know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I'm going with Boston. But Cleveland, I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland shocked everybody.
So you think you said the Thunder?
OKC,
Okay, see, you think they experienced enough of a team to make it out of
that
there?
may be the only thing that knock them is the experience.
Yeah.
But as far as getting there, I don't see nobody stopping them. I don't see nobody getting in their way stopping them from getting there. The only team that may stop them if the Lakers could come if the Lakers could click for a 7 game series, man, the Lakers gonna be dangerous too, man, if they can stay healthy, bro. Because right
Yeah,
now, who you got out for LA right now? Is anybody out or all of them that came
I
back? I
think
think all of them
all
back
of
though,
them back,
right?
all of them back.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah, that's gonna be scary, especially with Luca putting up them goddamn
yeah,
45 the other night.
and we got to talk about that because you got LeBron for LeBron at 40. I ain't gonna say 19 points ain't bad. When you're looking at numbers, Luca 37 points. Reeves got to step up and do better. 16 points. We can't have
Yeah,
him doing that.
but here's the thing though, you don't even bring Reeves there to score. You bring Reeves there to dish the ball. You feel me? So how I look at it is, for my point guard, if you got 16 points, you better at least have me 15, 13, somewhere around the assists. You know what I mean?
You don't know how many he had?
How many?
3.
Oh wow, yeah. See
So
that ain't gonna cut it.
and see the thing it is, you're right with why they brought him in, but he don't prove to be a scorer, so he got to,
Yes, yes,
he,
yes. But
you
is
know,
there enough? Is there enough balls in LA for all three of them though? You know what I mean? You got Luca, you got LeBron, and you want Austin Reeves. Now, don't get me. I think I follow what you're saying with the score. You want him to shoot whenever it's open, but he's not your primary scorer. You know what I mean? But whenever you open, take the fucking shot.
right. And I mean in a situation to where like I'm putting LeBron on the back burner, right? Because like I say, 19 points for 40-year-old LeBron is not bad,
At all.
but 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
You got to do better
LeBron,
than that.
yeah, look, it ain't the points. You 3 assists. LeBron, he can dish that ball out. You know, his passing, he like one of the best passers in the league. So, yeah, that gotta change. And I just they just that first half, Lakers was clicking, they was dominating, and after that, they got to figure out how to stop the 3 ball
Yep.
from the Timberwolves, and
Yep.
um, yeah, of course, rebounds. That, like I said, rebounds was a problem. They gotta get rebounds. Yeah, but I think they get it together. Like I knew the Timberwolves weren't gonna be easy to beat. Oh yeah, we get edited. We get edited. Yeah. So yeah, they got. I didn't expect them to lose the first game,
Hmm.
but
You didn't expect LA to lose. You
no,
expecting them to win? Well,
the
I mean,
first
they
game,
are playing the
yeah,
Timberwolves though, right?
yeah, yeah.
You didn't
I,
expect Ja to come out and do Ja thing, Ja like shit.
who
Morant.
you talking about? You thinking Ant
Oh
Man?
no, no, I'm thinking about Ant
Yeah,
Man. That's
he's
what I'm
Ant
thinking
Man.
about.
Yeah,
Ant Man.
yeah, yeah.
You didn't
No,
think
no,
Ant
no.
Man was gonna come out and do his thing?
No, I knew the man was gonna ball. I ain't taking that away from him. I just didn't expect them to lose. Like I wasn't expecting it to be like a blowout either. But I just thought they was gonna come with
You,
with game one.
Ant Man needs some help, y'all. Y'all go get that boy some help over there, man. Stop playing with it. You get him some help, he gonna take y'all, get y'all the ring.
Yeah,
Give him some help.
yeah. Well, I watched the I'm drawing a blank now because like I said, I can't remember. I didn't realize how many people was on the Clippers.
What do
I
you
didn't
mean?
realize how many James Harden,
Oh yeah, Harden.
Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
See, I'm bad with names now. Now I'm drawing a
That was
blank on them.
yeah.
Yeah,
They
they
got
they
they
got
got they got
they
a
got a
roster.
squad.
They remind me of that All Star roster that the Heat tried to put together when they had Antoine Walker, got there, Shaq, all them
Yeah,
boys. Yeah, that
yeah. I
remind
was
me of that.
like, I'm watching them. I was
Gary
like,
Payton,
yeah, I was like, I didn't even know they had all of them on that team.
right?
They put up a good. They still lost, but it was a good game.
Is Iggy over there too?
You finna find out.
And
I
they ain't
want
even Iggy that I'm thinking about. It may be
who you
somebody
think
else.
about.
Man, look at I was really thinking about Paul Pierce. I mean Paul George. Where is he at?
Paul George. I'm not even sure. Is he even?
He may be out the league. I
Yeah,
thought.
he may be out, man.
Last I knew
If,
he was with.
if he ain't out, he need to be. He with
Agreed.
he with
Agreed.
the 76.
Yeah, that's yep.
Yeah, Yeah, yeah. 76. That's where he at. I thought he was out, man. I ain't heard nothing from him. That's one career went down the drain.
Yep. And did he get a ring before he left?
I don't think he did.
No, because he didn't
Uh,
win one with the Clippers. He didn't win nothing with the Sixers.
mm, he
Yeah,
ain't win nothing with the Pacers either, did
he
he?
didn't win nothing with the Pacers. Nope.
Yeah, no. So, um, yeah, man. So
You
I
know
like
what? He did get one with the
did it.
Warriors. Didn't he play with the Warriors a couple years?
Paul. You talking about other Paul, George Paul, right? No, you know it was a Paul George and a George Paul.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
Yeah,
didn't know
I
that.
don't think Paul. Let me just double check though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's two of them. Well, not two of them, but they got kind of similar name.
Gotcha.
No, he ain't win one.
Okay.
No, and
I didn't think so. Hey, Caleb, I'm gonna
I
turn that
told
light off
yeah, go
because
ahead.
it's gonna keep blinking. I'm gonna turn that light off and turn my mouth.
All right. And I sat up here and said it was a George. I mean George Hill. I don't say George Paul. That man name was George Hill. Let's see. I told y'all I'm bad at names. Excuse me. George Hill. You heard me.
What's that?
I said I told you that man name was it was Paul George and George Paul. That man last name was Hill. George Hill.
George Hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was about to say I ain't know
Yeah,
about George Paul.
yeah, oh, my
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
Let me see. Was it him that won? Nope, he didn't win that either. So neither one of them won one. Yeah, so I mean, I still think, I still think LeBron will still have a good chance of making it out.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah. Now the game to talk about is his Warriors. Was it the Warriors?
Yep. That matter of fact.
Yeah, the Warriors and the Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Warriors and the Rockets. I think. You think the Rockets get swept?
I don't think they get swept. I think that maybe they'll pull a game out their ass somewhere.
Yeah,
But yeah, if it's not a sweep, it's damn near a sweep.
yeah. I ain't gonna put it past Curry. To lose first round.
I don't think
Yeah,
them boys losing first
yeah. I
round.
don't
They
think they
got
lose
Jimmy
the first
Butler.
round.
Them boys been balling since they got Butler over there, man.
Yeah,
And that's my low key pick. You know what I mean? My second pick to come
mhm,
out the West.
yeah,
I wanted to go with them as my first pick because if them boys, if they keep balling the way they balling, man, it's gonna be hard to put them boys out in a 7 game. Anytime you got Steph, you know what I mean, in a 7 game series, bro, it's gonna be hard to beat that young motherfucker there in
yeah. It's
seven
hard.
games.
It's hard to beat him in 7 games.
It is. So you give him a chance, man. You got the damn show keep the gas on with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
You got to keep the gas on.
You
You
got to
can't hit
sweep
them
him
brakes.
because if you give him a chance, if it get to
Yep,
game 7, it's over with. You
it's
ain't
over
gonna
with. Yeah,
you
you
ain't
might as
getting
well
to
go
game
ahead
seven.
and tell the coach before the game. Well, coach, we'll see you next year, cause
All right.
yeah, you can best believe you gonna lose this one.
Yeah, that's I don't even know what to say about Golden State, man. I know I hate them.
I do too, man.
I hate them.
What I don't hate them. I don't like them.
No, I mean the team. Like I don't. As far as Curry, I
Right.
like as an individual player. But
Correct.
the
I'm
team.
gonna tell you who makes me not like the Warriors, and that's Draymond Green, bro.
Yeah, Draymond.
He makes me. He
Yeah,
really make. He turns me against the Warriors.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He need to. I don't know him and Ja, man. They gotta do something about what the stuff they be doing on the court.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I guess John got better. I guess the whole grenade throwing ain't as bad as him shooting up the whole bench over
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah. So I know kind of last episode right before we ended it, we was kind of talking about why am I drawing a blank on names? Yeah, we gonna have to edit this one because I'm
Yeah. So
we was talking about what is his name? Number 1 draft pick supposed to be for the NFL.
Shador. I mean, no. Travis
Uh,
Hunter.
Travis Hunter, yeah, yeah. So I've been watching, and even I saw Cam talk about him, and then how people saying like if you're not going to draft Hunter to play both sides of the field, don't draft him. And I guess a lot of people is trying to tell him like,
I seen that too.
yeah, a lot of people is trying to tell him like he don't need to do that because of the
Mhm.
strain and all that that's going to put on his body to you having to play both sides, like how hard that's going to be because now you're going to the NFL.
Right.
This ain't
This ain't
college.
college no more. This ain't
Yeah,
high school no
it's
more.
a different beast over there in the NFL.
That's
You
right.
know, ask people who ain't in the NFL no more. Ask Johnny Manziel.
That's right.
Ask you know,
That's right.
and even Cam had to step back and he was like, well, he was saying like, if he's not worried about it, then he was saying that he shouldn't be worried about it because that was his fears of him, having to turn around and you having somebody like Jalen Ramsey guard you
Hmm.
on the you on the offensive side of the field. On the defense side of the field, you got this
You got to
person
guard.
guarding. Like, oh, you got a guard. You know what I'm saying? So
Correct.
it's I can understand where they're coming from. But I guess he gonna have to figure it out, find out for himself. Like, hey man, this ain't what I thought it's gonna be.
Correct. Correct. But so he's gonna have to make that decision what side of the ball he gonna play
Yeah,
on. And
yeah.
and I really think if he choose one or the other, it could end up hurting
Mm-hmm,
him more than anything, right?
mm-hmm.
Because if you choose to go to offense and play receiver, and you was a better defender, now I believe your draft sink because of that, right?
Right.
So I think his best his best move is to find a team that'll let him play both. Because
Right.
if he got to declare one or the other, I
Mm-hmm,
think his stock will slip because of that.
right.
Because I
Right.
also heard somebody saying he's not a top 5 receiver if you look at him just strictly on the receiver side.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And I also heard the same person say he's not a top 5 cornerback if you look at just cornerback
Just him.
alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that?
Um, I agree with that because of the thing that made him who he was his ability to play both sides of the field. Um, so I can understand that part. He will almost have to go to a team that will let him play both sides because in anything else you're not using him for what he's known for. And then if you're only using him on one side of the field, that's just going to just tarnish his name now. So yeah, I 100% agree with that.
So we do agree on the same thing
Yeah,
when it
yeah, yeah. Shador, you think he go? I mean, I know he gonna go first round.
He's going because of the name on his
Yeah,
back,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But if you ask me, in this draft, if you was to put Shador in last year's draft, I don't think he go as high as he do in this draft
Right.
because to me you had better talent in that draft
Mm-hmm.
class.
Mm-hmm.
I still think he go top 10.
Okay.
This draft, last year's draft, I say top 20. You know what I mean? I still think he's taken in the first round only because of his name. Talent, he has the talent. He's not a
Mm-hmm.
scrambler. He can scramble, but he's not a scrambler. But I think he got the talent to be a first rounder. But would I pick him in the first round? Um, that's a hard decision, man. If I need a
Yeah,
quarterback, yes.
yeah.
Only because I think he's one of the most polished quarterbacks when it comes down to
Right,
mechanics and footwork, right?
right.
If he had a line, I think if he had a line that would block that could block for him, I think you know what I mean. He would have
Mm-hmm.
showed us what type of quarterback he could be.
Right. Because I
He's
think he
not
had
the
the
most
fast.
exciting player to watch either, though. To be honest, which I thought the kid was kind of boring to watch. To be honest with you, and to
Mm-hmm.
be honest with you, I feel like his ego is bigger than he actually is,
Right, right,
and I think that comes with the territory of being Deion Sanders' son. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah, I agree. I think, of course, his name. He goes. Now the thing that I'm concerned about is will he? Of course, he has the talent. Now, like I said, that NFL is a different. That's a different monster once you step foot on that field.
That's
And
right.
a lot of college quarterbacks don't last long. um, when they transition from college to the NFL. Do you think he has longevity in the NFL?
If he can stay healthy,
Mm,
I think so. If he can stay
okay.
healthy, I think he does. Only because to me, to me he's not a bench quarterback, right? Like
Okay.
Kyle Trash is.
Yeah.
I don't think I think you'll get a team that'll take a chance on him only because well not only because but I think
Mm-hmm.
he'll get a team to take a chance on him.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't start his first year.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised. I think he still need to be developed a little bit more.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna just leave that there because I'm not a fan of him nor his dad. So I'm gonna leave that right there with that at. Even though he played at Florida State, I'm not a
Yeah.
fan of his
Yeah.
dad just because of most stuff that he said.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. I could give you an honest assessment about the kid. I just don't think that he's gonna be a Tom Brady or Lamar Jackson
Right.
or even
Right.
what's the kid from Houston. I don't think he'll be a CJ Stroud. I
CJ
really don't.
Stroud. Yeah.
He may be better than CJ Stroud. I give you that. Now he may be just a little bit better than CJ, but I don't think he's going to end his career as a NFL Hall of Famer. I don't see that.
I honestly would have to see what he do once he step foot on that NFL field. Before I say if he's better than, I don't know if he'll be a franchise quarterback. I don't know. I have to see more from him.
I agree with that assessment.
Now he get in there, he show us what he can do. Then I go from there.
Who's the
Um,
best quarterback you think that's in this draft coming out in this draft?
ooh, mm.
I'm gonna tell you. Go
Go
ahead and
ahead.
give you.
No, go ahead because I have to
I
think about
think
it for a
Cam
minute.
Ward is by far the
Okay.
best quarterback coming out.
That's who I had in my guy. I was trying to think of somebody else, but I don't think nobody.
No, that kid there, he kind of reminds me
Yeah,
of Jaden Daniels, the kind of
yeah,
the stuff that Jaden Daniels did in college. He kind of reminds me of that guy.
yeah. That's why I had it. I just didn't want to just like I want to just think about it, but I don't have nobody else. I don't
Okay,
have nobody else
okay,
yet.
okay, and and also speaking on Jaden Daniels, that kid is going to be a dynamic quarterback in the
But
league.
yeah,
He's gonna be a dynamic
but yeah.
quarterback in the league. Just to see what he did, he was able to accomplish his first year in the league, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
he's and I think I also think Michael Penix is going to be a good quarterback whenever he can. And he
yeah.
did his thing like the last 4 games of the
Mm-hmm.
season last year. But I
Yeah.
think he's going to come around if they could keep him healthy and Atlanta could get a system
Mm-hmm.
around him that he can work in. He's
Yeah.
going to be he's going to be a good one.
Yeah. I like Michael Penix. I think he's a solid quarterback. I think he
Yep,
do good.
yep.
Yeah.
Question:
Yeah. I don't see no. Go ahead.
do you think Tampa draft a quarterback in this draft?
They need to.
I agree. I don't think they will.
They probably won't, but they need to. Somebody got to be smart enough to say we need to.
Yeah,
Yeah, somebody got to
yeah.
be smart enough.
I was been looking at all the mock drafts and look like
Mm.
we taking a fucking offensive lineman again. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous in the
yeah,
first round, man. This is
yeah,
ridiculous to me now. I
yeah.
just don't. I mean, when is you going to bring somebody in? Like we need a franchise quarterback.
Right,
Baker is Baker for right now. You know what I
right,
mean? But then
right.
when Baker turned back into the old Baker he was,
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna be shit
Mm-hmm.
at the quarterback.
And I just and like I said, Baker's good. I just think you need to have somebody to find that somebody else. Just like because maybe Baker's not it.
Correct.
Maybe who you bring in is going to be the one that finally puts you where you need to be. I think you take a chance on that versus a offensive lineman. Um, you you could dang near go walk the street and find an offensive lineman.
That's the truth. That is the freaking truth, man. And that's what I be saying. Like you can even go to the free agency pool and get you a lineman. You know what I mean? One that's got experience. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, I think they Yeah. So I was just talking about Tampa might find that they Jaden Daniels.
We
You
need
know
him.
what I mean? So I hope somebody wise up and say, yeah, we need a quarterback.
Yeah, I hope so too, because if not, it's going to be the same. Get us to the playoffs, first round, get bounced out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, and doing the
yeah,
same thing, repeating the same thing every year. You know what I mean,
yeah.
until we get it right. We definitely need a quarterback. We haven't had one since Brady. I was thinking that they would bring why they had Brady on roster. Maybe it was a money situation where they couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm,
Was to bring in another quarterback while Brady was there and
mm-hmm,
have Brady, have him learn from Brady. You know what I mean? That would have been my way. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
Okay, yeah, I go out and get me a first rounder. Especially, I would have did it the year that we got Brady, right?
mm-hmm,
And I know I ain't gonna have him long, so I'm gonna go ahead and draft my quarterback, have him sit behind Brady, learn everything he can from Brady these 2 years he was in here. You know what I
mm-hmm.
mean? And then send him on by his you send him on that, put him in the start in the starter position when Brady
Mm-hmm.
leaves. That would have been my route.
Yeah, I agree with that. But my question is, do you think? I don't know, man. I feel like Brady's selfish. I feel like Brady wouldn't have did nothing like that. And
Why not? What you got to lose? I done paid you what you wanted, right?
yeah,
What you got to lose? I mean, you already know you're not gonna be here long.
mm-hmm,
You know what I mean? You only know you
mm-hmm,
only got a couple years left in you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So what do you got to lose by doing that? You know what I mean?
I don't know. For some reason, like, of course, I don't know Brady personally, but I just felt like that's just something I get from him. Like, I feel like he wouldn't do.
Gotcha,
You know what I mean?
gotcha.
Because wasn't that the same situation with the guy that's at Cleveland now? Wasn't he behind Brady? I
Who
mean,
you?
I said
Not
Cleveland. I'm thinking
Deshaun Watson. They never
no,
played
no, no,
behind
no.
Brady. Okay,
I'm sorry. I meant New England. Why? I don't know why I said Cleveland.
who
I
was that
mean,
at there?
what's
Oh
who?
yeah, yep. I think he sat behind Brady that
Yeah,
first year. Matt
yeah.
Jones.
Matt Jones. Yeah,
Yeah, I think he
yeah.
sat behind Brady that first year,
Mm-hmm.
but he didn't really learn much from Brady.
At all.
Well, yeah, but then again, now Matt Jones he really ain't no bad quarterback.
No, he not. He not. He not.
So I think he could have picked up something from Brady. You know what I mean? With the whole time he was up there, you know what I mean with him. I
Yeah.
think you know what I mean. So I don't know.
I just feel like Brady. Um, maybe not so much as like one on one, maybe personal time, and I guess that's what I'm thinking about. Maybe like not actually taking him up on his wing and spending some personal time with him and showing like, look, man, like this. But then again, you could have, maybe everybody ain't breaking, the goat.
Correct,
You know what I'm saying?
correct.
But I don't know. That's just the feeling I get from it. I feel like he's just selfish in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And that probably that's a good take on it because I never looked at it that way.
mhm,
But yeah, I mean, it come to think about it, that he probably was.
yeah,
But you got to get him on board with that. Look, you the present right now. I'm building for my future. So
right,
you got to get out your ego. Get your ego
exactly.
out the way and go ahead and do what's best for the team, for the
Yeah,
organization.
yeah, yeah. And the only thing I can say that is he just had that mindset. Look, man, I'm only here to win rings. I don't care about your future because I ain't gonna be in
Exactly.
it. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, I can go
Yeah,
for that. I can go for that. I can see that too.
yeah. But you know, but yeah. What you call it? He not bad. I just think they need a better team. To you know, I knew when he left, they weren't gonna be the same. So I left with him. I left with him.
Hey, I probably should have did the same thing.
Yeah. I said, you ain't gonna get me like that. I ain't gonna sit
Man,
here and put all this
man.
effort into this team that been winning and they ain't gonna be the same no more. No.
Caleb, I got to go. I got to
Yeah,
go.
I
I
gotta
ain't
go.
doing this one.
Yeah, I left when he left. That's it.
Damn. So
Yeah.
so who you like now? Who's your team now?
I honestly don't have a football team yet. I'm where I mean I'm in Detroit now, so a lot of people are like, oh, why don't you just make Detroit your home? I was like, I don't know yet. I
Right,
don't know yet.
gotcha,
I
gotcha.
don't know yet. I like Lamar. I don't know if I want to make the Ravens my team.
I wouldn't. Now you asking for heartbreak at the end of the year.
Exactly.
You act he another cowboy. He another goddamn Dak.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? He'll play good the whole regular season.
yeah,
Get to the playoffs. You got the best running back in the game. One of the best receivers in the game.
right.
Man, come on and lay down
So,
like that.
um, I said it. I hate to be bandwagon, but that's just because you know, um, um, I just I had said if the Lions won last year that I
Hmm.
would. That I
Hmm.
would make the Lions my team, but they did
Gotcha.
exactly what I knew that they was gonna do, lose.
Damn.
And I and,
Uh,
and I and I honestly was rooting for them. I wasn't like on no hating stuff. I was like, oh, the Lions. No, I was actually rooting for them, but they didn't. And who knows? I still might make them. I still might make them my team
right.
because they not a bad team. They've been doing their thing the past 2 years.
They are. I was actually thinking Detroit was going to win the whole thing. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, at work last year, I actually told him that I think Detroit would win the NFC
Mm,
East, and I'm sorry, the NFC just win the NFC, be NFC champions, and they got to the NFC championship. So I wasn't mad at them. No, they didn't. They got put out the game before the championship, but so I wasn't really mad at it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day.
yeah.
Them boys coming along. I love their coach though, bro. They
Yeah.
coach
Oh
they
yeah.
they their coach, man. He'll get anybody to play for him, bro.
Exactly.
He can get anybody to play for him.
Yeah. And I also thought about other teams like following a bunch of Florida State players. That's just what I do now. I root for a lot of um Jalen, root for him.
Yep. Yep. Definitely.
Of course, the Bills.
I don't know, man. I can't never bring myself to root for Jackson.
I don't I I don't root for Jacksonville. But then again, I don't. I'm not hating to see them win. Like it's not. It's either way for me. I'm not. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But yeah, Keon. I watch him.
Coleman. Yep.
Yeah,
Keon. Yep.
Coleman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Of course, Jared Verse.
Yep.
I mean, I bounce around.
Yep. I got you.
Yeah.
You just like football, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I feel that. I
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. But any other topics? You got anything else?
No, I think that's it for tonight.
Well, there it is. That's it for us. We're gonna wrap it up here.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate y'all for listening, taking the time out to support this podcast.
That's right. That's
Um,
right. We appreciate
and
y'all.
yeah, be on the lookout for episode 4. Yeah,
We'll be back next week, guys. Until then,
peace
deuces,
out.
and like always, go nose.
Go Noles.